Hello, everyone. Welcome back to your mama house.
Welcome.
So, I feel like as women, and just human beings, we're really hard on ourselves for no freaking reason. Do y'all ever just be looking at yourselves in the mirror and be like, damn, I want to change this and this and this. And I feel like sometimes we're just so hard on ourselves. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why were we instilled these things into our brains that I need to look this way and that way. I need to be skinny. I need to be like this. And sometimes I'm like, ugh. And I realize I've been struggling a little bit lately.
I feel you. Even as we were prepping to film this video, we're just oh my gosh, there's this thing and this thing. It's why are we so critical of ourselves? And I want to say critical of ourselves, physically, the way we look. Mm-hmm. It's I can't change the way that, I look like this. Or, okay, for example, we were sitting down. I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks like I kind of have a crotch thing happening here. Or just
or my hair is looking crazy. I wish I could change that. Or is the angle okay? Because my double chin gonna show. Or damn, did I shave my mustache good enough? I'm so serious. I gotta shave this mustache every week or something. I feel like people don't talk about this stuff enough. Yeah. It's man, and our armpit hair and why, or my arm flaps. Why are we so hard on ourselves? Mm-hmm. And I feel it's because of society too. It's you gotta everything out there. You gotta look like this. You gotta be like that. And she's man, can we just be ourselves and simply exist and be okay for doing that?
Oh my gosh. And then I know we've already spoken a little bit about social media, but it's then seeing how everyone is so perfect looking all the time. It's wow, that must be nice. That just must be so nice.
It's just not practical. It's not doable. No one could be perfect. Mm-hmm. And it's almost we're always striving for more, as if we are never enough. And it's draining. Yeah. Yeah. I found myself these last few weeks, so I live in a place and it's really, really small. And then I can't help but see the mirror all the time. And I'm I always find myself passing the mirror and being ugh, I need to lose weight. I need to lose this belly fat. I need to tone my arms. I need to go running more. But then if I run, then I get something called the runner's butt or whatever. And I don't have a big butt and I have boobs, but then I don't want big boobs because it makes me look disproportionate. And I'm just ugh.
Dang, really?
A lot of the things I still hear are things people have said. And even if you don't want to agree with it, you somewhat agree because they told you about something you kind of already knew. And it's just did you really need to say that? And it's hard because I know people don't mean ill when they say things like that. Even one of our sisters was you have a runner's butt just like me. I'm did I really need to hear that? Or yeah, and even when I was younger, you pointed out my hip dips, and that was the first time I knew hip dips existed.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So even to this day, I'm I hate my hip dips, I hate my runners, but I hate my big flabby arms because my brothers always call me fat. And I remember in 5th grade, that's when the boys first pointed out my flabby arms in school, and I'm oh my gosh, there are always things that are wrong, but they're not even really wrong.
Yeah,
they're not wrong. A part of being a human. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I'm just it's a lot.
Yeah, the world can be tough especially when you're young and impressionable.
Mm-hmm. You take them things with you.
Yeah.
Even you and I were talking about old pictures the other day. There was a picture, and I remember telling you that I thought I was fat in that picture. I can even share it. We're gonna put it right here. Mm-hmm. And I was so skinny, but I remember going to church, and we would work out to the insanity workout every single week, maybe even 2 times a week.
Dude, she would go hard.
Yeah, I was so skinny, but because I was grown up being told that I was fat and ugly, I was I need to change this. Because, there's this word in home called jai blah. Mm-hmm. I was always told I was jai blah. I don't really know what that means, but I just know that it's because my stomach was sticking out, especially when I would wear, my green tie dress. And it would just be sticking out, and my shirt would be coming out. But I was I like this dress I'm going to wear.
And she looked good in it.
I was always told I was jai blah. And it's just a lot.
I get it. I'm sorry. Yeah. I know,
girl, it ain't your fault. You were young too at the time. But I'm damn, you still carry these things with you.
But I think we address it. Okay, you said something where it's they're telling you something that you already knew, and it's we already think this, and
sometimes we don't know too. I didn't know about what hip dips are.
Yeah, or sometimes we're either super focused on things that nobody's noticing, or we're focused on things that don't even matter. sometimes we'd be prepping and you'd be like, oh my gosh, this. I'm like, oh, I didn't even notice. Like, I didn't even think that. And then when I say that to you out loud, I'm like, I wonder if there are things about me that like I'm constantly complaining about. People are like, I didn't even notice.
I think so, because this ain't even being corny, but you perfect in my eyes. And so are we just like,
you're perfect in my eyes.
Are we so hard on ourselves?
We're just so, because you'll say things. I'm like, girl, that don't even matter.
Yeah,
like,
I'll be telling you all my insecurities, but it's safe with you. I ain't gonna tell you all my insecurities.
I'm not gonna let her either. But even when she tells me, I'm like, oh, that's it? Like, wait, you're insecure about that? Like, to me, it's like, oh, it's perfect on you. What do you mean? Like, nobody is, but because people have said dumb things in the past. Like, for me, like, as you were talking, I'm thinking about growing up. Y'all don't know how hard it is growing up with 6 brothers. Dude.
That's true.
Y'all, they were so mean to us. If y'all ever wonder, like, we're so tough or we had this exterior, growing up with 6 brothers would do it for you. But I remember they would like gang up and talk about my legs. And the thing is like, they would make fun of my cankles.
First of all, that's weird.
Why y'all looking at my, that is weird.
That's weird. No, that's weird.
That's weird.
But anyway, sorry.
They would talk about how I have cankles and my legs are big, and that would make me so insecure. And then I would always aim like, I just want to be 110 pounds. Like if I'm 110 pounds, I probably won't have big legs. And then y'all, can I real quick talk about one time I was on shrooms? One time I was on shrooms, and I looked at my legs. I was like, man, I got these big legs, these cankles, and the shrooms are like, oh, you mean the big legs that let you have fun in New York City? The big legs that let you walk in the park? The big legs that do this? I'm like, okay. And I like overcame like this hate relationship I have with my legs. It's so funny because it's like, you probably wouldn't care about my legs, but for a long time I was like, oh my gosh, my legs look so big. And I look back and I'm like, why did I did agree with them that I thought my legs were big, but it's like, if I have big legs, does that make me any less lovable? No.
I love that you learned to love that about yourself. Because, like,
little by little, yeah.
It's hard, especially when they have continuously throughout your child to be like, ha ha ha, you have this about you and this about you. Yeah. And it's like, that's so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, what does that do to anyone? But it's like, you know, people who are insecure or whatever, like don't love themselves, they like to make other people feel bad about themselves. So that's why I'm like, okay, now the older I get, I'm like, oh, okay, they're saying things about me because maybe they're miserable, you know. But you know, actually, thank you to everyone who has talked shit about my body, because guess what? I feel like that has really taught me to be more like thoughtful before I speak and more empathetic towards people, because I don't ever like to make like comments about people's bodies. I know I'm human, so I might do it sometimes. Like, oh, he's so cute and chunky. But like I try not to, because I know how painful that can be. And you never know what someone's going through, you know? Like, if someone is quote unquote overweight, I don't ever say anything, because first of all, I don't care. And then second of all, you never know if they're diagnosed with something, they're struggling with something. It could be something deeper, physical or mental. Like, you'll never know. So it's not right for you to comment on how they look. Like, what does that do? Even if it's true, even if it's not, like, why do you feel the need to have the entitlement to do that? Doesn't help with anything.
You better preach, girl.
No, it really doesn't.
I think you make such a great point, though. Like, growing up and having people make comments at, like, your physical body is like, what? Like, there's, who we are is not our bodies. Like, we've mentioned this in the Pretty Privilege video, right? Where we talked about when someone dies, it's like, their soul is gone, but their body's still there. We're not saying they're here anymore. They're gone because their body is not them. So it's like, when you're talking about somebody's body, you're talking about like this meat outfit that we're wearing. And I love how you were able to take that and create wisdom out of that. That's that alchemy, girl.
Yeah, it's because it hurt, and you don't want nobody else to hurt that way too.
Dang, okay.
No, for real.
That is true.
Also, I want to talk about, like, I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but sometimes older, like, Hmong people especially, they feel so entitled to comment on your body. Like, oh, you look like this, or you look weird, or you look different, or this part about you is different than this part about you, and that's weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some of y'all moms are really mean. Like, for real. Like, and, like, we've talked about this as kids. Some of our very first bullies were our parents. Like, you recall things that our parents have said to you. Some of my biggest insecurities come from, like, mom and dad used to make fun of my lips. And I'm like,
really?
Yes. They'll be like, plain yo type shit. And I'm just like,
they just judge. They'll find them luscious lips.
People will find anything to point out to make you insecure about. I used to be insecure about like the bump on my finger because I wrote so much.
Gosh.
You know, like
we write somewhere. That's why we got that.
Yes, but it's like we find things to be insecure about, and it's like, oh my gosh,
I know what it is. Do you
what
know?
is it?
I know
What is it?
Okay.
What is it? Tell us.
It's because they can't attack anything else about our character, so they're like, let me go for the physical.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh my gosh, that's what it is.
All right, we can end the video.
All right,
that's what it is. Like, I'm so great. The worst things people say about me are my kinkles.
Yes, I'm so serious. That's so true.
I mean, that's a nice way to put it. But sometimes, man, that should be hurting.
Yeah, it does. Not gonna lie.
People who love you care about how they make you feel. Period.
And maybe some of y'all just are not aware. And I hope that this brings awareness to that. Like, damn, I should really think more before I speak about how my words will impact people. Because it may not matter to you, but it may matter to other people.
Yeah.
So, and be kind.
Also, be kind. And also, don't do the opposite where someone looks fine, they look perfect, and you assume nothing's going on in their life. Because that's not true either. The physical isn't always what it is.
This is random, but we call it BD. Not like we're diagnosed or anything. But I just say, like, I struggle with BD when this and that.
Yeah.
But, like, I was watching our old videos. I was like, oh my gosh, I gained weight since we first started this channel. And so I was like, yes, I know.
Can't tell.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. It makes me just want to like only drink tea and not eat food and then like work out every time I'm like not working and then not eat and then hopefully try to lose a lot of weight before we go traveling.
I mean,
it's real.
That's that transparency that we're talking about.
But I be hungry. I crave sugar. So I don't know. What do y'all do? If you guys have any special like tricks.
I think it's so good though to talk about the reality of this.
This is real. I'm like, damn, my double chin coming in. All right. Also, when I smile, I know I'm getting a little bigger when I see a little like fake dimple here. That's how you know.
It's not a big dimple. You have a dimple.
No, it's like a smile line, but it's like only when I'm chunky that I get it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, only on this side. So it's like, damn, when you start to see that means I'm gaining weight. But it's like I love myself regardless.
Yes.
But it's like, damn, girl, you really gotta step it up and work out.
I feel the same. I think I do a very similar thing where it's like, damn. Now I gotta eat only one meal every 2 days or something. Dude, sometimes I'll look at old pictures and I'm like, dude, last year I was so big. Last year I was so big.
Really?
Yeah, I was at my biggest last year and I didn't know it.
That was your biggest?
Dude, it was.
Lucky man.
When I was in New Orleans, I was big. Dude, I was big. But I was like, fine. Like, I didn't think anything of it. Like, I loved it. But sometimes I look back, I'm like, girl, what? But I'm just like, I just gotta love myself. This is a journey, y'all.
Yeah, because do y'all ever be like looking back at old pictures and be like, I thought it was fat, but I was not. And also, it's nothing wrong with being fat, but it's like, oh my gosh, I keep on being hard on myself. So like, and it's like, the way you are now is totally fine. Yeah. Our bodies are constantly changing. We're human beings.
Oh,
we're constantly changing. Like, and then also like, I've never been a mother, but like, I hear of a lot of like women struggling with postpartum depression. It's just like, man, it makes me so upset when they're not cared for, loved because their body changed. And I'm just like, that is something natural that happens when you have a baby and you bring it into the world.
That's so crazy to me that there are some guys out there who are not extra loving and tender to their women during pregnancy, you know, period. But during pregnancy, after labor, it's like, that is when she needs you the most. She, you know, sacrificed her body to bring life, to keep your lineage going, and this is how you do her. Okay, I know, side note, but that's what makes me very careful with like who we end up with. I'm like, we gotta be, because I'm not gonna put my body through all this and you don't love me.
It's appalling when men especially expect women to be the exact same, to bounce back exactly to the way that they were after having a child. Do you know what your body goes through physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually? Like, that is crazy to me when they expect their woman to be exactly how they were before.
That's so unrealistic too. It's like, why would you want her to be the same?
Right?
She's a new woman now. She's like, a mother now.
She literally sacrificed her body.
Yeah.
To create their child. Yeah. That's crazy to me.
That is crazy. Speaking of like, you know, we're at an age where we talk about like potential motherhood and stuff like that. Sometimes I think back like, man, when I was in high school, I was so skinny. And then I have to remember like, girl, you're not a teenager no more.
Right.
Why would you have that teenage body?
You're
a grown woman. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay.
Yeah. We're too hard on ourselves. And I feel like the world especially is hard on women.
Yeah.
Like, especially on women. And I don't understand.
Yeah. I've learned, I mean, it's still a work in progress, but having a good relationship with my body. Like, oh, what do you want? What do you need right now? Like, you know, we always have chapstick with us. It's like my lips really like to be moisturized. So learning these little things that kind of help with my relationship and helping me to love myself, that's been beneficial. Because the other day I was trying on some clothes because I have a trip that I'm going on, and I was like, ugh. And you know, they be having all sorts of angles. I'm like, I didn't know I looked like that.
Oh my god!
And I was like, you know, so then I'm trying to teach myself, like, but I love myself. I'm like, okay, I gotta be better with this. So
yeah. Before we end, I do want to like talk about how we can love our bodies better. One thing I'm gonna try to do is like challenge myself to give myself words of affirmation, but also like keep myself accountable. Like even if it's as little as making sure I'm not lying in bed all day and that I walk for at least 10 minutes. Something simple like that. I want to do that more. And also, did I already talk about words of affirmation?
You did.
Okay.
But do it again.
I want to do that more. I feel like that's helped me. You know,
oh my gosh, y'all. She ran her marathon, and on the way there, she was like reading off her affirmations. I know you said that really helped.
That did help. And I'm like, I don't do that enough.
That kept your body going. So that was like a very powerful thing that you did.
Yeah. I'm also just not consistent because also like a year and a half ago, I was like messaging her. I was like, should I get the weightlifting things and like put it in my house?
The barbell and the free weights.
Yeah, that.
She didn't even
know. Like, are you even going to use it? I was like, I think I will. I used it like 5 times. And then I haven't touched it in like a year and like 2 months.
Really?
Yes. But I still have it in our basement. So I'm going to still do it. Because it's like, I can't make any excuses. It's not like I have to drive to a gym. I literally can just go downstairs to my basement and then start lifting the weights. So,
I mean, I get it though.
Yeah, I just got to do it. But it's also hard because like, we used to have like a challenge in the summer. And it's so hard to be consistent. So I'm like, all right, maybe that's not working. I got to try something else.
Yeah, consistency can be my issue too. Like you were talking about what helps you. Affirmation is good. For me, I think what helps me is to stay consistent. When I'm doing my daily walks and I'm doing everything I need to do, I feel great. I feel fine. I'm in love with my body. I love life. And then if I fall off, I'm like, I don't know. I just don't want to be by anybody. I go through that. Yeah. So for me, oh my gosh, one thing, I know I'm all over the place. One thing I need to do is eat better, eat consistently. Yes. Y'all, I be forgetting to eat sometimes and that'll mess up my whole routine. I don't have energy to go on a walk. I don't have energy to do this. So.
Damn, lucky. See,
no,
not lucky. Sorry, I take that back.
It's a very unhealthy, like, meal thing I have going on.
I'm the opposite. I eat too much. Like, have you seen, this is like a funny video. It was like, God, I'm starting to eat too much again. Send someone to break my heart. Because once I'm heartbroken and I'm sad, then I don't eat and I lose a lot of weight. But when I'm happy, I gain weight like this. And I'm like, what?
Are you really one of those people that when you get sad, you don't eat?
Yes, I don't have an appetite. I don't want to eat. Or it's like very extreme. It's like I either don't eat and don't have an appetite, or I eat a lot and I binge eat on like powdered donuts and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
and candy, like fruit roll-ups.
You binge then?
I binge and it's bad.
If you ever make me sad, just know I'm eating. I don't care.
I thought you don't.
If I'm stressed about life, I won't eat. It doesn't cross my mind. So that's what loses my appetite. So that's probably what you and I navigate these things differently.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm eating too much, God.
Oh my gosh. Remember that one time you and I were both in our donut phase? That was fun though, low-key.
We ate a ton. What were they? What flavor? They were like brown.
Oh, they were like brown. No, they were cinnamon.
Okay, cinnamon. Yes.
Cinnamon powder donuts.
Oh, those are so good.
Dude, those were like $2 at Walmart. And so I would buy boxes and we would just drink tea. But for some reason, I was losing so much weight.
What?
Dude, I was like 110 pounds at that time. Wow. But it was like not a good healthy.
Your ex-husband.
Yeah, and then we also had COVID.
Probably. I don't think y'all did, but I guess. I mean,
think I may have had it. But we never got our results.
Yeah.
Remember that?
They said we'll text it to you or something.
Never got it.
Or email to you. Never did.
This one you had to sit outside and wait in line.
Swab your nose, give it to them.
Yeah.
I don't know what they did with that.
Yeah.
But to this day, we don't know.
I have no idea.
But anyways.
Body dysmorphia.
It's hard out there. So have grace on yourself. We're human beings. Our bodies are changing every single day. Yeah, it's even hard to talk about. You know?
I know, and like, I'm not saying that people look up to us or anything like that, but I know sometimes people be thinking that like we got things together, and I'm like, y'all, we really have our own problems.
Yeah,
too.
do you not see this double chin?
Stop. I don't see it. And even if I saw it, so what? We all
we're
have
way too hard on
we're
ourselves.
so for like things that like don't nobody care about. Like
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. And sometimes it's not it's hard because I remember like times where I was like I was actually never the ideal look I wanted to be.
Really?
But like,
you've always
at
looked
times when I
great.
was content with how I looked like, it was like, okay, but then I was struggling a lot mentally and emotionally. Now I'm like healthier mentally, emotionally. I'm like, damn, now I gotta work on my physical. But it's like we're always growing and changing.
They impact each other. They go together. Like,
do.
when you increase yourself mentally, physically, you also just shine.
That's true. Because y'all ever just be feeling down? It's like, man, I got to go on a walk, like you said.
Just
I'm
wanna
going to
walk.
go run a few miles. And then it's like, you come back and you're like, I can conquer the world. I can do anything I want to do.
Well, I never think to go on a run for a few miles, but I'll go on a walk.
Yeah.
One time I tried running for half a mile. I was done. I was like,
You funny. This is the third episode where you
I'm sorry, y'all, because have you ever run for fun? Like, man, I don't.
People do.
Y'all don't get enough kudos because.
Okay, but she walks for fun, which is also great. There's this one quote, and it's just like, someone who enjoys walking will get farther than someone who just
someone who does the other thing, whatever they
basically, if you enjoy it, it takes you farther in life than
Yeah.
you just doing it for the hell of it. But like you love walking. That'll
Yeah.
take you farther than someone who just runs 1 mile and is done.
I will do like an hour walk to find a mushroom. Just one. Just that's fine. I just want to find one. And if I don't find it, well, guess what? I enjoyed my time outside.
Yep. Whatever.
It will
brings you
never
joy.
steer you wrong.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
That is all. Thank you all so much for listening. And we hope that you found some kind of encouragement through this, or whatever you need to take from this conversation, take it. Although I know some people are haters and they're probably like, oh, yes, they struggle with body stuff. Okay, great. They're not doing well. Because some people thrive off that. It's just like, we're human beings.
Wild work.
Things are not perfect in our lives.
Oh my gosh. Also, can I also just say, like, if you out here looking for our downfall, man, good luck carrying that burden for us. Because, man, we gonna be just fine.
Yeah. We will. We will. Yeah. Thank you so much, and have grace on yourself. This is a reminder
Yes.
for you to take care of your body, your health, your mental health, your wellness, in every area in your life. What matters is that you are okay and that you're well. So we'll see you next time.